Seeing my surprise, Mion and Rena exchanged looks and burst into laughter.
まあね。ここいらは都会みたいにご近所付き合いが希薄じゃないからね。
試しに聞いてみよう。今ここにいる俺は誰だ？
前原圭一くん。意地悪なこと言うけど、本当は優しいテレ屋さん。
転校してきてようやく3週間。趣味は昼寝。最近トランクス派に転校したよね。
もういいもういい。
Ah. The old perverted man of the village strikes again.
トランクス。
それもいい。
Apparently there's absolutely nothing I can keep hidden here. Hinamizawa is not a place to be trifled with. That's the motto of this village. His name Hinamizawa is not to be trifled
これ
with.
じゃあさ、俺のための案内ってより、俺のお披露目みたいだな。
そうだね。うちらさ、これだけ賑やかに練り歩いてたからね。みんな思うんじゃない？ケイちゃんもひなみざわに馴染んでくれたんだって。
ひなみざわは過疎だから、村中みんなが新しい仲間を歓迎してくれてるの。
I thought about brushing it off with something to the effect of, "You're kidding me." But I held back. Had I ever greeted someone who just moved into the city like this before? Thinking about that made me believe that what they said wasn't a joke at all. We passed another person. Of course, we were called out to again the same way.
あら、こんにちは。仲良しそうでいいわね。
藤島さんちのおばさんだよ。こんにちは。
あら、前原くん、両手に花でいいわね。どう？生活はもう慣れた？
Instead of regurgitating a prepared response like I would have in a city, I responded with an emphatic nod. The old woman chuckled, voicing her appreciation of how energetic I was.
グッド。
And looked back over to Rena and Mion. That gave me a wink.
でね、そろそろお昼にしないかな。
Rena's brilliant smile signaled the approach of an event that both Mion and I were trying to forget. We both looked at each other.
俺も男だ。努力はする。だが量が多すぎる。
よし、ケイちゃん。ここはおじさんに任せなさい。
Mion has never seemed as reliable as she does right now. I expect no less from the class representative.
レナ、どうせ食べるならさ、見晴らしのいいところで食べない？
それいい。賛
Rena nodded her head happily in response to Mion's proposal. Alright. Ah, a shrine, of course. Look at that torii gate. Cresting the top of a stone stairway, a shrine drawn straight out of my imagination appeared before us. It had worn down a bit through the years, but the fallen leaves had been swept up, giving it a tidy feeling.
ここはね、古出神社っていうの。
Furude Shrine.
多分見晴らしが一番いいところかな。
ここの場所、よく覚えといてね。もうすぐここでお祭りがあるんだから。
へえ、祭りにしちゃちょっと早いシーズンだよな。
Summer Festival?
綿流しは夏祭りじゃなくてね。昔は冬の終わりを喜ぶお祭りだったらしいよ。
Of the end of winter. Watanagashi. Let me look it up a little bit. Is this a real festival? It sounds familiar. Hold on. That's okay. Clearly, it's a fictional one because the first search that I saw was something of Higurashi. Okay. I was embarrassed for assuming that festivals had to be held in the summer.
さて、弁当を広げてと。
Alright, picnic time. Various colored lunchboxes were placed one after another on top of the plastic sheath. Sure did smell delicious. Man, with this view of the village, whew, it was Rena's home cooking. It went without saying that it would be delicious. But is it even possible to finish all this? Hey, Mion, it'll take more than just a good view to get this all down, you know.
こんにちはです。
Hey, Rika. It was Rika-chan and Satoko. Why are they here? Mion grinned over at me. I see. This was our secret plan. The power in numbers. Adorable. Yeah, my thanks, Mion. Following up when all the pieces are in place is my specialty.
騒がしいから来てみれば、これは何ですの？
見りゃわかるだろ。これからランチタイムだ。ビュッフェスタイルだ。レナの手作り弁当に舌鼓だ。
そんなの見ればわかるでございますわ。どうして人様の庭でご座なんか広げてますの？
神社は公共の場所だぞ。勝手に独占するな。
What?
圭一の言う通りですよ。みんなのお庭にしますです。
Everyone's property?
やっぱりリカちゃんはいい子だな。座りな、そこ。一緒に食べよう。
I didn't. Not quite a alone date with Rena. I mean, we had the Neon as well with us, but nah, it's a picnic with everyone. After opening up a spot for Rika-chan, I promptly turned my back on Satoko. Nee.
ちょっとお待ちなさいな。
What is it?
私はどこに座ればいいんですの？
You're gonna sit on a tree.
お前に座る場所はないし、食べる分もない。
大丈夫だよ。さとこちゃんの分もちゃんとあるから。
ない。さとこの分も俺がいただく。
そんなことは許せませんの。リカ。はい、お箸です。
Both Satoko and I leapt at the boxes, having it out with each other. Oh boy.
いやはや、ケイちゃん乗せるのうまいわ、ほんと。
Yeah, pushing Satoko's buttons is pretty easy.
才能あるのかもしれない。
はい、お皿。みーちゃんも、リカちゃんも。
Alright. Rena whipped out pairs of chopsticks and paper plates.
僕たちも頑張らないとなくなってしまうです。
そうだね。参戦と行くかな。
いっぱい食べてね。ちゃんとみんなの分あるから。
Oh, that's for sure. Rena said as she opened up a thermos. Alrighty then. Man. Like, I wonder what the situation is with the fish, like on that river over there. Looks like a pretty good place for fishing. Just then, I realized that this lunch was made under the assumption that 5 people would be eating. Why, you're saying that it was planned from the very start that all 5 of you are gonna be here? Because, you know, I was thinking that Rena cared so much, he would make like all this special food made by her for Keiji. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. She made a little too much than what she thought. It didn't change how much it was, but the implication behind it was different.
そのハンバーグは渡しませんわ。
いや、肘は反則だろう、さとこ。
襟首をつかむのも反則でございます。
Oh no. You made hamburgers too? Oh my god. It was a tough battle. Blocking with her full momentum and an elbow in the opening moves, Satoko appeared to have the upper hand. But the difference in our proficiency with chopsticks proved to be fatal and gave me the upper hand.
最後のミートボール。
Ha!
校長さとこ、破れたり。
And we are having some experts in chopsticks around here, eh? Satoko and I amiably began choking at the same time, falling backwards and spasming. Oi, oi, oi! Don't die on me here, Keiichi, Satoko. Jesus Christ, okay. Rika-chan patted me on the head to clear it, even though it was actually stuck in my throat. Like, throw the pain away, throw the pain away. Seeing that made Rena blush and breathe heavily in excitement. You know, it was almost like flowers were floating all around her. Mion advised Rena to refrain from saying anything that could get her locked up. Well, actually I was gonna say that the FBI would arrive pretty late here, like all the way in Hinamizawa, but yeah. The FBI, they are that good to come, even in this village, like really fast. This is how our meals usually go. I'd do anything in my power, just so things would stay like this. Oh, nice. The intense battle calmed, and finally everyone reached a point where they could begin talking. Alright. Receiving tea from the thermos, I let out a small sigh.
日本語ってやつはさ、どうしてこう味に対する賛辞が少ないんだろうな。
So few words to praise how something tastes.
食事中の団らんって考えがそもそも近代に入ってからだからじゃない？
昔の人は無言で食事を済ませたそうだし、作る人もちょっぴり寂しかったろうね。きっと昔の人は食べるのに忙しくて味を褒める暇もなかったのですわ。
Yeah, you would know, Satoko. That's just you.
でもね、美味しいの一言だけでも嬉しいよ。苦労の甲斐があったかなって。
Ah, it was, sweetie. It was. She blushed a little as she said that.
美味しいです。
With the absolutely perfect timing, Rika-chan struck Rena directly with praise. She looked straight at her with an expression of bewitching innocence.
Huh?
After Rena uttered an unintelligible noise, a ring of smoke rose from her head with an audible poof. No, no, you're not gonna take her home. I am gonna take her in a backpack and travel the world with her before you do.
ありがとう。本当に美味しかったですよ。
Rena flushed red with excitement, embracing Rika-chan and rubbing her cheek against her so hard you can almost hear it. Make sure that you don't rub it too hard for friction to happen. You would burn her cheek.
リカちゃんには褒めてもらったお礼に、じゃーん。これをサービスね。
2 apple rabbits. Ooh, after sticking toothpicks into them, she thrust them toward Rika-chan. 2 apple rabbits. I feel like I've seen that before. Wait, are we talking about actual apples that were made to look like rabbits? Or is this like one of those puddings that looks like a rabbit but with like 2 pieces of apples that would make the ears of that pudding, that would make the pudding look like a rabbit? I feel like I've seen that before. After Rika-chan accepted them, the mood suddenly shifted in a bizarre way.
なんだよ、サトコ。
What is it? Are you thinking of something naughty, Satoko?
その挑戦的な目は。
皆さんにはレナさんのリンゴを獲得できるだけの賛辞が用意できまして。
強気じゃんよ。ボキャ品のあんたにどんな賛辞が思いつくっての？
では、ご覧あそばせ。
After Satoko flashed Neon and me a defiant look, she changed the tone of her voice subtly. Uh-oh.
エレナお姉ちゃんのお弁当、サトコも美味しかったよ。
Satoko looked up at her proudly while talking cutesy. What? How was that praise? I mean, it doesn't matter. Rena is weak to cuteness. I'd argue that no matter what Satoko says, Rena would accept the praise no matter what. That's not even a persuasion by tears. That's persuasion by cuteness, isn't it? This is a Rena limited special skill. She blushed, and her head spun, moving around in circles. Don't fall for it, Rena! Of course, that was asking for the impossible. Rena glumped Satoko and began rubbing her cheek against her. No! Swish. Stab. Push. Satoko was also presented with apple rabbits. After stuffing them into her mouth, she looked over at Mion and me again with that defiant gaze. It took only 5 seconds to take down Rena. Meh. You little squirt. That's unfair. To think she had such a trick. I mean, that's not fair. You're using your young age to take the advantage with your cuteness. Like I'm old as fuck. I'm as old as Mion. I'm like 100 years old or something like that. That's not fair. I'm not as cute as you girls. Damn it. That was a dirty trick. First of all, that wasn't even praise.
Satoko, それで勝てたつもりとはね。あんたらの底の浅い技とはわけが違うものを見せてあげようじゃない。
それは頼もしいぜ、ミオ。それはどんな技なんだ。
やるのはケイちゃん。
はあ？
見せてもらおうではございませんか。戸島のあがきを。
Huh? The plan of attack she suggested was wicked. But it was the only thing we had to beat Satoko. Okay. After sipping my tea, I started talking. Very naturally and calmly. Perfectly.
本当に美味しいよな。これってさ、全部手作りなのかい？
実はね、これほとんど冷凍物なの。
じゃあ、レナの手作りのってどれだい？
恥ずかしいな。教えなきゃダメ？どうしても？
From the Senji boy plus handmade lunchbox, her expression had melted into euphoria. Yeah. Keiichi using his charms.
わかるよ。これでしょ。
Rena turned an even deeper shade of red. The words, I can't believe it, practically written on her face.
なんでわかるかな？レナの手作り。
Because he knows your heart well enough, Rena. Of course, Mion had told me beforehand. It's been perfect so far. After acting like I was shy, I waited a bit. Next would be the finisher.
レナの匂いがしたから。
Silence enveloped the area. Oh no. Time stopped. Rena, face still completely red, froze solid. With a small yelp, Satoko also blushed. Of course, I did too.
レナの手作りのリンゴのウサギさんが食べたいな、なんて。
Even if this was all because I was competing against Satoko, it felt like I had crossed the line by a good 9 yards, I think. Then, at that moment... Whoosh! It was a Tupperware container filled with rabbits. Hey, we got all the rabbits! Instantly, dozens of the apples were shoved into my mouth, knocking me over. Keiichi won! How about them apples, Satoko? My head was forcibly laid upon her lap, and even more apples were shoved into my mouth. While she was squealing, one after another was forced into my mouth. More and more.
K ちゃん、殉職見事なり。どうよ、さとこ。うちらの完全勝利だね。
こんな手信じられないですの。悔しくないもん。
Yeah. You know, you girls have the cuteness, we guys have the charm. Satoko ground her teeth, mortified. We did it! I claimed victory as my consciousness drifted slowly away from me. At that time, Rena stopped her squinting as she suddenly realized something.
リカちゃん、食べないの？塩水強すぎたかな？
Looking over, Pikachu had pulled a toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it into her cupped hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do. Pulled the toothpick out of the apple rabbit, placed it into her cupped hands, and seemed to be at a loss for what to do.
うさぎさんがかわいそうです。
Oh. Rika was thinking that the rabbit was stabbed with a toothpick.
助けてあげてほしいです。
Okay, please tell me that Rena didn't stab someone with a knife, or maybe it was nosebleeding. That was the sound of blood spreading from Rena. No, okay.
かいよ。今夜こそ絶対本持ち帰り。
No! She shook sporadically, her head wobbling back and forth. And then, coming back to her senses, she took all the apples around me, gathered them up with a whip, and fixed them back on the plate. Hey!
これでみんな寂しくないよね。これリカちゃんにあげる。ね。
But those are all the apples that the Keiichi won. Rika-chan raised up Satoko's hand like a referee. After having that plate of rabbits shoved to her, she whispered.
僕たちが勝ちましたです。
What, you're saying that it was also Satoko's win? No way. Thus, my sacrifice ended up being in vain. Cuteness won again. Not fair. It was a fun-filled, crazy day. But as soon as the sun began to set, the end of the day really did come quickly.
じゃあね、レナにケイちゃん。また明日ね。
ミオ、今日はありがとな。楽しかったぜ。
Bye, Mion.
また明日ね。
Satoko and Rika-chan went home as well. We parted ways with Mion, and then I would just Rena and myself enjoying the evening air on our way home.
ケイチくんも今日は付き合ってくれてありがとう。楽しかった？
ああ、楽しかった。まだ家に帰るのが惜しいくらいだぜ。
あ、じゃあさ、ちょっとだけ寄り道してもいいかな？
Sure thing.
寄り道？遠いのか？
ちょっと歩くけどすぐ済むから。
Since we had been walking around all day, I must have seemed a bit tired. Nothing like teasing Rena, I quietly nodded. Alright. A detour where? Ooh, near the river? Traversing a small path and up a small hill, the land suddenly stretched out before us. There, what looked like the remains of a dilapidated construction site came into view. A large heap of garbage spread off A large heap of garbage spilled out of towards the swamp. Probably illegal dumping. I recalled it being in the newspaper. Yeah. You know, first we had that building that was no longer in use by the forestry service and now being used as a school for kids. And now this? There was something in construction before like here.
今日は久しぶりだから何かあるかな何かあるかな
久しぶりってレナのようはあのゴミの山かよ。
ゴミじゃないよ。レナにとっては宝の山だもん。
Rena had already entered that well-known cute mode of hers. So that meant that there was something cute here?
わあ、新しい山だ。ワクワク、ワクワク。
Wak wak. Excitement! A new pile? She descended down a stable slope with ease. I'd expect no less from a born and bred country girl.
おい待てよ、今行くから。あったたたた。
My city-raised self was completely pitiful.
いいよ、ケイチ君はそこにいて。すぐ済むから。
Rena kindly declined my accompaniment.
転ぶなよ。足元に気をつけろよ。
大丈夫だよ、大丈夫。全然平気。
Okay. Literally bounding among the heaps of trash, Rena disappeared from sight. I didn't like being left behind, but I was still pretty tired from the whole day, so I just ended up waiting. Without a lively Rena around, the surrounding area quite quickly fell into silence. Yeah, what is the deal with this place? The cry of the Higurashi gently cooled the air. Fairly exhausted, I began to feel a little sleepy. Just then, the sudden noise of scattering pebbles alerted me to somebody's presence. Startled, I turned around. Hmm? Okay. Who are you? Standing there was a typical-looking photographer. He spied over at me through his camera. His body was tan and fit. Something about him seemed unreliable. He had a bit of an aloof air about him. Hello there. Well, it didn't seem like he was a bad guy in any case.
おっと、びっくりした。
Although startled when I turned around, he overplayed his reaction. Hey, that was my line.
驚いたのはこっちですよ。
ごめんごめん。驚かすつもりはなかったんだ。君はひなみ沢の人かい？
Indeed. Same for you, I assume? Or... no, I get the feeling that you're some sort of tourist here. You're not from here, are you? I get that he wasn't, from that question. Unfazed by my suspicious gaze, he introduced himself without my prompting.
僕は富武。フリーのカメラマンさ。ひなみ沢にはたまに来るんだ。
Okay. Nice to meet you, Tomitake. So yeah, you're not from around here, from the looks of it. I didn't ask you who you were.
写真ってのは被写体に断ってから撮るのが礼儀なんじゃないんすかね。
ごめんごめん。メインは野鳥の撮影でね。断った試しがないんだよ。
So what, you're saying I'm the same as the birds?
いやいや、夕闇に黄昏る少年があまりにも絵になっていたんでね。本人の許可を取らずにファインダーを覗いたことを謝るよ。
Adults are pretty slick. All that annoyance I felt for being startled just flew away as he buttered me up. I had no intention of hanging around with this guy trying to get cozy with me. Except, it didn't seem like Rena would be back soon. But this older guy, Tomitake-san, he didn't mind my cautious responses and continued rambling on by himself. Tomitake.
ケイチ君、待たせてごめんね。もう終わりにするから。
Rena popped her head out from one of the lower piles of garbage and waved her hand.
連れがいたのかい？お、彼女はあんなところで何をしているんだい？
That's what I wanted to know.
さあね、昔起こった殺人事件の死体でも探してるんじゃないですか？
Tomitake-san looked shaken up by that for a moment. Uh-oh. I responded like I would if I were talking with Rena and the others.
嫌な事件だったね。まだ見つかってないんだろ？
Oh.
ケイチくんお待たせ。待ったかな？
馬に蹴られる前に退散するかな。驚かせてすまなかったね、ケイチくん。
Okay. Bye. Tomitake-san chortled suggestively, then disappeared into the twilight. Huh. Well, I'm gonna assume that Keiichi was joking about that, but Tomitake seemed to have been, they seem to have taken that seriously. Couldn't even found one of the arms. Missing my chance to retort put me off a bit.
ケイチくん怒ってる？どうしてだろう？
It wasn't Rena's fault, so I decided to just brush it off for now.
どうだった？掘り出し物は見つかったか？
Okay. I guess we're not gonna mention that, eh? Well, you know, Keiichi also has been here for like a month. Maybe he has heard some weird stuff about some bodies or something, I don't know. Some events that may have happened here that would create like a ghost stories. Ooh. I myself have been here for like 2 days, so I barely know anything.
聞いて。あのね、あったの。ランディ君人形。
Colonel Randy doll?
ランディ君人形ってあれか？ファーストフードの店の前に必ず置いてあるあの等身大人形の？
そう、ランディ君。かわいい。お持ち帰りしたい。
I can't tell how she decides what's cute or not, but she seems to want it.
あれはゴミだろ。お持ち帰りしたきゃしてもいいんだぜ。
他の山の下敷きになってるの。
Wait, so are you saying that they're actually piling up garbage here? Somebody keeps throwing garbage around here? I thought that was just the garbage from the construction, whatever it was before. Like, you know, wood and steel and that sort of stuff. I think that people will keep throwing stuff here. That's bad.
簡単には掘り出せないし、あそこ明かりがないからすぐ暗くなっちゃうし。
You're not seem quite down about finding a treasure and not being able to bring it back.
俺も手伝ってやるよ。今日のうまかった弁当の恩返しってことでさ。
ありがとう。
Birds heading home to roost proclaimed that nightfall would soon be upon us.
ケイチくんが手伝ってくれる。ランディ君をお持ち帰りできる。
Rena staggered along as if intoxicated, in her dreamy state of mind. I tried asking her in a way that wouldn't take her out of her cheery state.
なあレナ、あそこで昔なんかあったのか？
ダムの工事をやってたんだってね。詳しく知らないけど。
例えばさ、工事中になんかあったとか、事故とか。
知らない。
Her tone was disturbingly frank. It sounded more like a denial than an answer. I must have appeared rather dumbstruck. Rena quickly lightened her expression.
実はね、去年までよそに住んでたの。
え、レナも転校生だったのか？俺はてっきり。
だからね、 それ以前のことはよく知らないの。ごめんね。
Don't you know? Don't want to talk about it. And that was the kind of feeling she gave me. Okay then.
Alright then, keep your secrets.
Thinking about it, of course it would be like that. This wasn't the type of thing girls would enjoy talking about. It was quite a disturbing incident. They still haven't found one of the arms. And that is what that guy said. Quite a disturbing incident. Haven't found one of the arms. If it's just like Tomikake said, and I had a feeling only the Higurashi would know. What could be happening? Only the Higurashi would know. Maebara Manor. Dam side murder. Newspaper edition. Okay. What would be a good source for information in 1983? Newspapers, motherfucker. That's exactly where we can find some stuff. Some random newspapers laying around from months, maybe years ago. The Maebara Manor. Keiichi's house.
ケイちゃんってさ、すごいお金持ちってわけでもないの？
なんだよ突然。俺がいつ高級車で投稿したよ。
月の小遣いはいくらもらってる
1000円。
あら、結構小市民的ですのね。
Shut it.
お弁当のおかずも普通ですよ。お金持ちじゃないです。
What are they talking about? To be asked out of nowhere how much I get and then told that's a plebeian amount.
ごめんね、ごめんね。
Rena seemed to pick up on my dubious expression and started giggling. Are you the one who started this topic, Rena?
ケイちゃんちってさ、すっごく大きいでしょ？だから建築中からひなみざわ中で前原屋敷って呼ばれて注目の的だったんだよ。
Maebara Manor?
あんなに大きいお家だから、どんなお金持ちなのかなってみんなで噂し合ってたの。
I see. Now I get it. Well, the frame of it is huge. I see how it could have caused some misunderstandings.
私の推理では、お家を建てるのにお金をかけすぎて貧乏になってしまったと考えてますのよ。
Shut it, you little squirt.
貧乏でかわいそうかわいそうです。
That's not something to smile at, Rika. Yeah, like maybe it's huge, but it only has like 2 rooms. The rest is just stone. It's like a cave. Rika-chan took pity on me as she patted my head. And it was like a giant boulder. And we built like 2 rooms inside it, but we didn't want people to assume that we are living in a cave like a bunch of cavemen, so we at the very least made the exterior look like a giant mansion, like a giant castle. I go from being treated like a millionaire to a beggar.
諸君らの楽しい想像をぶち壊すようで悪いが、うちは金持ちでも貧乏でもないぞ。極めて平均的な普通の家庭だ。
あれだけ大きな家は普通とは言わないって。しかも玄関は立派で、門は大型車も入れるようになってるし、絶対普通じゃないって。
They do say the bigger your house, the more prosperous you are. Yeah, it is. It is definitely a huge house, in my eyes. The reason the house is so big is because Dad's studio is in it too. There are a bunch of different workshops, and lots of his works are hung up in different places. All of them are huge too. For those reasons, the family actually uses only a third of the house for day-to-day living. He planned that so people in cars could come in to see the gallery he opens up in the house someday. By the way, the entranceway Mion is talking about is the one for the studio and is not By the way, the entranceway Miyosa is talking about is the one for the studio, and is normally sealed off. The entranceway the Maibara family actually uses is a very plain and simple one. And there is much different from how it looks on the outside.
ぜひ今度ケイちゃんの家を探検してみたいよな。お金持ちじゃないと主張しながらもあの邸宅。一体何が隠されているのか。
かいいものが隠されてるといいな。きっと家具を買うお金もなくなってて殺風景な部屋がいっぱいなのですわ。
Spartan rooms?
絨毯のお部屋ならぜひゴロゴロしてみたいですよ。
My goodness, you bunch of babies! It's adorable.
それいいね、それいいね。レナもゴロゴロしたい。
It sounds like their imaginations were just piling on. Like you live in, like you want to visit this rich house. Like you can do like so much, and the first thoughts that you have is rolling on the carpet. Well, sometime in the near future, it won't be too bad to invite them all to my house. That is a sucker for the ladies, so you might even let them look around in the studio. The cry of the Higurashi crescendoed as the sky towered over everything. It was hot, but the air was clear. It smelled like the beginning of summer. Summer. Okay, so that's some stuff about the mansion. Not the mansion, but the house. Alright, well, let's see. The damn site, murder/dismemberment. Let's see what it's talked about in the newspapers. If you found some newspapers, maybe? Hey, this stuff from the June XX 1979 edition. 1979. The day is not known, but the month and the year totally is. The Shishibone City Okinomiya Police Station, June XX, late at night. Suspects 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were arrested on suspicion of murder and improper disposal of a corpse. The main offender, X, has been added to wanted lists nationwide. Oh. According to our sources, the 6 suspects were at the Hinamizawa Den construction site workroom on the day at 9 p.m. where they are suspected to have assaulted and murdered the site overseer, X, as a group, dismembering his body and hiding it. The site overseer, On the XX at 8 o'clock in the morning, a report was filed by the Shishibone City Hospital in which a male suspect alluded to having murdered Mr. X. When questioned at the police station, the individual confessed to the crime. Since a portion of the body was recovered at the location he gave, he was arrested that afternoon on suspicion of murder and mutilation of a corpse. The rest of the suspects were arrested the same day, but the main culprit is still at large. Police are currently on his trail. The motive is purported to be a drunken verbal dispute, during which he killed the victim in a fit of anger. However, as there are multiple inconsistencies with their testimonies, the investigation is ongoing. Man, 1979. Like 4 years prior to current date. So it was a site overseer that got killed. And there were 6 suspects. One of them is still not found. Okay then.